great to be here at the Puma Cricket Studio, and great to be here with Ishant Sharma, who played for India when, if I remember, when you were 19, and he still says he's only 24.
And I am 24, so don't listen what he said.
And the first question I have for you: do you remember every dismissal? Who's your favorite batsman that you have dismissed? And is there a dismissal that you remember better than others?
I think it's only one dismissal I can't really forget, that my 100th test wicket. It's really special for me.
Who was it?
Darren Sammy.
Darren Sammy. Currently playing with us at Sunrisers. You also remember certain things. My most memorable dismissal as a batsman, which I would like to forget but I can't, is I got out caught at extra cover of Michael Hussey in a test match.
Well, Sangha, even I have a question for you. What are the 3 best sledges you ever heard? Because you know that Australians are famous for all these things.
Yeah. Only Australians. I've been asked this question a lot because for some reason everyone thinks I sledge a lot and I don't. Maybe when I was inexperienced at the start. But there have been some classic lines, and one of the most memorable ones involved Edo Brandes and Glenn McGrath apparently, and it's something and a biscuit. And being overweight, and it's something that you can't say on public TV. The other thing that everyone notices about Ishant, other than the fact that he's really tall, is his long hair. But being a fast bowler, you know, with your long hair, is it a problem to bowl with long hair? Because you're supposed to watch where you pitch, and most of the time in your follow through, your hair falls over, you don't know what's coming at you. Imagine the batsman hits a straight drive back at you.
You are the captain, you see me from while doing the wicket keeping. Did you ever see that I have a problem with my hair?
Not yet, but you've had longer hair than this, I think.
No, I think it's a cool style for me. So
I'm
happy with it.
Okay, fine. So it doesn't really, it's to do with fashion.
Yeah, obviously. I think everyone, even you go, you know, when I saw you somewhere, maybe you had a long hair as well.
Yeah,
so I saw you once and you had a quite long hair.
I was young.
Maybe, you know, I'm trying to copy you.
Yeah.
One day I can become a captain as well.
And that is true, because if you take a lot of the cricketers around the world, you know, a lot of them have lost hair. And you're lucky to have hair, so I think you should keep it long for a while.
Lucky. Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to cut my hair. Which is the costliest dropping catch?
Ooh, actually, there's been quite a few. There's been quite a few. I remember one. I'll never forget that. 2003 World Cup. We were playing Australia in the semi-finals in Port Elizabeth. We have Australia 60 for 5. Andrew Simons comes into bat. He was on about 11, I think, and he went down the wicket to Sangakkara Jayasuriya, missed the ball. It's probably the easiest thumping you can ever wish for. I missed it. They went on to get, Simons got a 90. They went on to get 200 down, and we were out of the World Cup. So that's probably the costliest miss. Are there people in the dressing room, Ishant, you know, in a team, you get all sorts of people. Do you have anyone who's really funny, who plays pranks?
I think at the moment, you know, Virat Kohli is the one. I think the one thing he can do really well is, you know, he's copy everyone really nice. Every single player he can copy. So I think he's the kind of, you know, jolly type of person. Okay. So he copies everyone. He's the kind of guy who creates the really nice atmosphere in the dressing room. Okay. Yeah, and obviously, you know, we have Yuvipa. And obviously,
he can also imitate players quite well.
So Sangha, what do you think, who's the most entertaining cricketer you have in your dressing room, in Sri Lankan dressing room?
Well, most entertaining as a player, definitely Sangakkara Jayasuriya. I haven't seen anyone bat like him. I've seen him embarrass bowlers. One was unfortunately Manoj Prabhakar, who bowled off spin after bowling medium pace. The other guy is Murali. And he's always talking in the dressing room, so we never sit next to him before we go out to bat. Because he'll come and bring his chair right next to you and say, Sangha, you know, don't drive, be careful of pulling. Oh, he's bowling well, isn't he? He's quick, it's turning, to be careful, don't go down the track. So ultimately you're left with no shots to play, other than a forward defense. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
So I think the best advice I got from my father, like, even if you play 100 test matches or you play or you don't play, still be the same, be the down to earth guy. So because that's the key. which is gonna take you over the long period of time in any situation, any game, or even you are playing cricket or whatever it is. So I think that's the really good thing that my father taught me. So Sangha, you've been married for a quite long time.
10 years.
10 years, that's a long time, huh?
That is a long time.
And I heard few stories like you have a love marriage or something.
Yes.
So how did you propose her or something? So that means you are quite romantic, no?
No, she'll say yes. She's, you know what my wife will say? My wife will say, yes, I was romantic before I got married, and not anymore. You know, this
That's
is
what I heard from every.
Yeah, we met when we were quite young, about 17. So I've been with her 18 years, which is a long time, and I should be given a present. As I tell my wife, I should be given an award, but she doesn't agree with me. I proposed to my wife in Australia at a restaurant called the Stoke House in St.
That's
Kilda.
nice of you. Still remember the name.
I remember the name. You know, things like that. You know, like day you proposed, day you got married, when your children were born. You know, I think those days you don't easily forget. So yes, I've had my romantic moments, and yeah. So hopefully the romance is not dead yet. So yeah. So but you have to ask your Harley that when you see her next. Ask her. I'm sure she'll say yes. You know.
I'm sure she's gonna say yes. She had enough of you.
Maybe. You never know. And it's also time you got married. 24, I think, is an ideal age for Ishant Sharma to get married. And if anyone's watching this, all the girls out there who like Ishant, you know, write in, email, find him. You know, I think he's ready to settle down.
And
you know,
still long way to go.
Thank you for your time, and it is great having this chat. And thank you to Puma Cricket Studio. We're here, and thank you to Puma for being part of the Sunrisers this year.
Thank you very much.